John announces to the team that he's acquired Xavier's name. He also denies the accusations that he is now a vampire and that he has purchased the Hat of Invisibility. He tries to purchase some potions from Soda Man, who refuses to sell to him after an argument the day prior. This leads to an inevitable argument between the two.
Well, all I did was pull away and told him not to grab me. Now, I'm not fighting with him. He's fell off peeing. He won't let me buy anything. I'm playing by the rules right now. He's not playing by the rules because he got pissed off because he grabbed me and I told him don't fucking grab me.
Good day for potion making.
Yes, can I buy one now?
No.
This is bullshit.
I didn't grab your arm.
Yes, you did, bro.
Be on.
Axe bite. No, it's in the fucking shop, you idiot.
What is the shop?
Bro.
John, you have to stay on set.
I'm staying on set. I'm staying on set, but how does that fail?
You have to figure it out with Soda Man.
Bro, he's only pitched. Bro.
You're a mod now. Alright, we gotta keep working. Just figure it out with him. You're good, you got it.
And now he doesn't want to play the game.
Alright, well, I can't this is not a medical emergency.
John, using his recently acquired mod capabilities, pauses the game, but doesn't understand that this puts the NPCs into T-pose. As their animations glitch out, John is not happy.
Oh, what's going on over here?
John, what spell have you put on these people?
Oh.
Player UI broke. Player UI broke.
Hello.
Hello, Greg Van
Hello.
Hello.
Mama Juju summons the party and their relics to the shrine. They attempt to start the quest, but John is missing once again.
Yeah, I'm just trying to get the heroes together for like one time, just like one successful quest. I don't know where John is. John, please rejoin the party for the cutscene.
Everybody hang tight. Go find John.
They get to the shrine and Mama Juju begins casting her spell while they are gingerly attacked by vampire waves.
Might take a while. Abracadabra. Look, abracadabra.
It never worked.
Abracadabra.
DJ and Xavier parlay about their plan to obtain the rest of the remaining artifacts. And to do so, Xavier transforms DJ into a werewolf.
Don't let the human form hold you back. Embrace true power. Yes. Reveal. What's happening? True and ultimate power.
Xavier proposes to Vance that if he's able to beat him in a bar duel, that this will unlock the bar's skill tree for him. But the song he gives Vance to sing is Cruel Angel Thesis, the theme song to Neon Genesis Evangelion in its original Japanese.
Benefit of the town. It's 2 pages and it's in Japanese. Oh. So if you could memorize these lyrics as best you can here.
My native language.
Yes, of course, yes.
He also asked the blacksmith's wife to cast an anti-copyright incantation.
I will be needing you to use an incantation to dispel the dark warriors of copyright which seek to foul upon us.
Indeed.
So every few seconds or so, I will need you to stay here and yell the phrase audio jungle.
If you're unfamiliar with Audio Jungle, this is a joke, I guess, for video editors specifically. There's a website called Envato Elements. It's a subscription service where they offer royalty-free videos, images, and audio for you to use. The audio, when you preview it to avoid people stealing it, is tagged with Audio Jungle.
Audio Jungle.
Also, he forces Vance to sing the full 4-minute extended version instead of the shorter TV version of the theme song. The blacksmith's wife then gives it a go, and she actually crushes it. Xavier's up next, and to prepare, he bukakis multiple charisma potions. He performs his own song, which is clearly not pre-recorded at all.
I'm a renegade, call me sex savior. Samurai blade when you feel the flavor. Cards get played when you bloody favor. Caught a little pup, but he couldn't save her.
They introduce canon cutscene fights, where a smaller group is singled out for a cinematic fight where no lives are lost and they must style on their opponents. In this instance, our group is Vance, Xavier, and Wolf Form TJ.
And then maybe you like, and if you do want to do any gun combat or like gun kata, just don't actually shoot, just go bang bang, okay, and we'll put it in post. So it's like bang 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 bang.
Foul creatures, you shall witness my gun blade.
Oh, the vampire.
Now this is a fight. Only you can defeat
Letty asks Xavier if she can turn someone into a witchly familiar, a pet companion not unlike Xavier did with Taylor. Vance gets a quest from his cousin the blacksmith to find his lost nephew in the woods, who wants his lolly.
Abandoned you.
Lolly. What's your name?
I'm a lolly.
Oh, you're lolly.
Of course, here you go.
The party then need to embark on the most annoying escort mission in Bloodgames history. It's 1 week history.
Alright, let's get back up.
Jimmy has a cutscene with Xavier, telling him that he is the one that needs to defeat him in the Yu-Gi-Oh! Duel. To win the custom Duke's Soul card, Xavier and Jimmy, to no one's surprise, have the best cutscene to date. We actually get RP.
Have you ever heard, Jimmy, of the expression, the house always wins?
Yes. You're not Mr. House. That's my job.
I'm most amused.
And then Greg ruins it by being a goof.
You better believe it, Xavier.
Hang it up, Xavier, right there, son. What the hell are you doing? What? Van Helsing, get off him, boy. Get off him, boy.
Jet announces that Reddy and Terry have been cursed with Chinese accent.
Can someone do Chinese accent, please, so I know how to do?
Xavier and John discuss their alliance and speak about trying to turn Jimmy away from Taylor, creating a dark triad, and eliminating Taylor from the game on top of that. The Duke breaks his bike and becomes a brand new character.
You'll need help too?
Gas is leaking. It smells like it. Better get out of here quick then. Better get close to the fire.
Oh yeah, dude, that gasoline. That gasoline.
Whoops. Probably someone should move it away from the fire. I'm not the Duke! Yeah, Taylor, can you move it?
Ow.
Yeah, my bad there. Thank you. Maybe you take her out real quick. Thank you. You okay?
Yeah.
I'm not the Duke! I'm not the Duke anymore!
What are you?
I'm Mr. Chocolate Ice Cream! It's me, Mr. Chocolate Ice Cream!
Oh, Mr. Chocolate,
No,
good to see
no,
you.
no, 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 no.
Thanks for paying us a visit.
It's me, Mr. Chocolate Ice Cream! I'm not the Duke! I'm just a guy who really likes chocolate ice cream!
I can tell. Can I have a bite?
Yeah! Oh,
It's
yeah.
good.
Get the chocolate ice cream in there quick!
It's so good.
Apple bottom, apple bottom, apple bottom,
I'm Mr.
apple
Chocolate
bottom,
Ice Cream!
apple bottom.
As a moderator, John is now given the rules of the game and is forced to read them on camera.
I'm gonna sit down to read them.
Wait, can you just stand up though? It looks better. Trust me, it's just better.
The official Bloodgames rules. Each player must have life bands, equipment, equipped and displayed at all times. When a player is hit, they must enter a down state.
They slide in a few new rules, not only to give John power, but also protect him from the rest of the party.
Players must treat the mods with respect and dignity. Players cannot call a mod gay. The Sorterman can do business with any player so long as the player inputs the following command. Subject, Sorterman, subvariance, command, function, button, code, reaction, factoid, player name, execute.
Reddy gets King Thaddeus as her pup familiar, but this is used against Reddy when the Duke makes her massage him, alluding to a bit that made her cry during season 1. Reddy tries to get rid of the familiar by making Chris take off his pants, something he said he didn't want to do this season, and last season, though he did it in both instances. Sensing Chris's uncomfortableness, Sam tells him he can stop doing it.
Yeah, he's bugging you out. You don't have to do it, man. You can just roleplay some other shit. Just say some other magic shit. Make up some magic shit, Chris.
Also throughout the day, Terry's Chinese accent got passed off to Jimmy, who then got it transformed into a Jewish accent. So if you ever hear him doing Jewish for the rest of the night, that's why. And they also set up a competition for later that night. Whoever can create the best OC, original character, gets $500, and the loser loses something. It wasn't specified. Jimmy gets a chance to play Jimmy Craft on Jet's Steam Deck.
What game is it?
Yes.
I'm just picking that up. Everybody tune into Jimmy's POV cam. Guys, Jimmy Craft is available on itch.io.
I was told you have... This is your employer speaking. What's my name of the judge? The judge. Jimmy. This is your employer speaking. Judge, get it out, goes. Your mission tonight is simple. Before you lay 8 unfucked dogs. You are the only man I know who needs $50.
Jimmy, try jumping.
I don't know if I mentioned this in any of my previous videos, but Jet kind of had this like ongoing joke that anytime Jimmy was like getting mogged and didn't want to lose his cool, he'd go off, take a walk in the woods to cool down instead of exploding like he did in season 2. And Jet would say that Jimmy's off playing Jimmy Craft, and here you go. We actually have Jimmy Craft. This is a real game that you can buy right now on itch.io for $5 USD. Jimmy manages to complete the game and gets a message from the Duke.
You did it, Jimmy. You had sex with 8 dogs for $50, which is $6.25 per dog. Pretty much free as far as dog goes.
The party recant their tales of OC. TTS didn't like Jimmy's.
With his brothers from the Hawaiian War in the American-Russian conflict to join 50 Blessings.
Unskippable, you see.
Xavier gets Taylor to speak her tale in her native tongue.
Could you please now, to make this easier for you, I'd like to actually have you do this in your native tongue. If you were to please read the first part of this only using facial expressions and without words. You're quite good at communicating in that manner. It seems to be your favorite way to communicate, so why don't you try that?
As Xavier tells his tale, the vamps attack the camp. And John obviously has an issue with everything, I guess.
You know what? God, while you were telling the stories, we were protecting you from the vamps. You need to be saying thank you.
They were the vamps.
Say thank you.
The vamps
Say
were
thank
too
you.
Cage comes by and says that Soda Man has been captured and employs the party to help free him. Cage attempts the dialogue option using the vampiric tongue.
Cage is communicating with them in native tongue.
Don't know I'm invisible.
Alright guys, this ain't working.
I'm invisible, Goyam. I'm invisible.
At the camp, being attacked further, Jimmy's Jewish curse extends to John.
Gave me this power. I'm going to use it. It costs 50 cents.
Very smart, Jimmy. Clean the peasants.
And during the battle prior, the party picked up a blood root, cast it into the fire to remove the curses. With the chaos subsided, our party says goodnight.
Good night.
Good night, guys.
Farewell.
Hey. Good night. Sweet dreams. Dream of us.
Day 9. In the AM, a wanted poster gets put up for Wild Randy, teasing a new character to debut later that day. And TTS has like a field day with this thing.
Vitamin C.
A Chinese man is Wild Randy tearing up his Wild Randy. Wild Randy. Wild Randy. New seems to how the murderer of a Wild Randy be having ideas.
John goes full David Goggins, mogging TJ for being gay.
You gotta pump some iron, son. Yeah. Who's going to carry the logs, boy? Who's going to carry the logs, boy?
I can't do that.
Who's going to carry the logs?
Hyde wakes the Matrix.
I got this NPC right here.
You ever done No Nut November?
I would never want to end up like them, an NPC. The thing is, you gotta write your own program, write your own codes. If not, somebody else gonna write the codes for you, and you'll be in their game. I think we're inside Jet Neptune code right now. This whole operation was written by Jet GPT, so it just spew out bullshits, and we're in it. Still pretty amazing though. I'm gonna go see what my teammate is doing in Yu-Gi-Oh!
Playing off a bit that happened the night before, where Chris stopped by the camp looking for King Thaddeus. King Thaddeus / Chris are now having a bit of an identity crisis.
Help them, we take care of our issue. Our issue is that we don't have the power. No, our issue is that we don't have the manpower to do this. It's a difference. Sorry. As they say, multiverse bullshit, it hits hard.
Shout out to Samir_these nuts for the SIG.
Quests are given out by the town's NPCs. Letty didn't do Creature's quest, so Letty and Creature, through Jimmy, have a battle of wits.
Letty, don't talk to Creature anymore.
Why?
Because you didn't do her quest, so you can't talk to her.
I gave you her quest.
You should have done it yourself. Oh,
She
didn't
said,
tell her that.
Creature says you're a slapdick and you should have done it yourself.
A slacker.
A slapper.
Slacker.
Slacker? Oh, well,
A slacker.
I had like 20 quests to do, so I gave it to Jimmy to complete that one.
Tell her it sounds like a personal problem.
Creature says it sounds like a personal problem.
Like Creature's personal problem that she won't talk to me.
She said, well, wait, no, you heard that one.
Tell her I think
Jimmy
that was
finally gonna lose his
specifically
virginity to Creature.
Creature says she gave that one specifically to you.
Oh, well, I was trying to collect
Jimmy, you
votes
should let
for the
her know
whole
who is the
team
real
and
boss,
distribute
nigga.
the quests.
It's okay. I don't mind that Jimmy has it.
She says it's okay. She doesn't mind that I have it now.
Jimmy asked Creature why she's big mad today.
We get another scripted cinematic fight, this time with Letty being the main character.
I hate skulls! I hate you! No more breeding!
No. That was only 45 seconds. Yeah. Yeah, that was 45 seconds.
Alright, do we start from the fight again?
We just needed 2.5 minutes, so.
Clearly!
She's been resuscitated. And go, music.
Jimmy, imagine he's a 105-pound woman that touches
Come on,
his
guys,
vertical
got
bar,
this!
vertical bar.
Here, Chuck! Ooga booga!
Unimaginable tickling! You're being tickled right now! Tickle! You're being tickled!
Now, Letty! You have to get him now!
And then Creature, who's been warming up to Jimmy, reveals that she knows that the Staff of Worms is in motion. This was something that was referenced by Taylor earlier as well, but I think this may have accidentally been introduced off camera or I just missed it. But this Staff of Worms, or the Worm Staff, is the final artifact, the 5th artifact. King Thaddeus tells Jimmy that he'd be willing to part with his powerful Yu-Gi-Oh deck for a quest, but Xavier counter-offers, bartering a sword duel between himself and Jimmy. If Jimmy wins, he will get 20 new powerful cards of his choosing, and if he loses a life point. Jimmy accepts, and the two do battle in the town square. In this best-of-5 duel, Jimmy originally duels with a sword and his custom whip blade, but is disadvantaged, and swaps out for the shield on his whip after he is down 4-1. Then we get a smoke break.
Cigarette for Jimmy.
Oh, hang on.
Good senator.
Shout out the good senator.
Back to the fight, Jimmy manages to tie things up, eventually defeating Xavier and winning the cards. Xavier, who was only using 1% of his power, requests a rematch, not for life or for cards, but only for pride.
That was the head.
Ah, yes. Well, till we meet again on the field of battle.
Till we meet again.
King Thaddeus offers the same deal he had given to Jimmy, but to Taylor. She has to complete 2 out of 3 requirements. 1. Convince Letty that she needs a new familiar. 2. Remove Xavier's shinbone. And 3. Convince Jimmy to become a vampire. The two-faced Thaddeus also convinces Ty to continue his date with Taylor from season 2, puppeteering our party for some unknown vile means. King Thaddeus also sings,
Can you do the song?
Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor. Let the bodies hit the floor.
For a quest, Letty recaps the lore up until this point.
At least 1,000 years ago, Greg Helsing fought the great leader of the vampiric Geldstraven clan, bringing the only mortal wound known to land upon the leader. In fear for his life, the vampire fleet in bat form never to be seen again. As the centuries carried on, the Duke of the Geldstraven clan has remained in the shadows. While in hiding, the Duke encountered another vampiric clan known as the Ravenblood clan. The leader of this clan, Xavier Ravenblood, has fought with the Duke for many centuries, attempting an end goal that remains unclear. The story now leads to the year 2080 in a peaceful village by the name of Shitty. The previously mentioned Duke Geldstraven is the leader of the town, releasing his vampiric minions upon the townspeople each night. As 6 new campers join the town, they are tasked with protecting Shitty from the Duke's evil deeds. Traveling the surrounding woods around Shitty, Xavier Ravenblood encountered the new members of the town, telling them the legends between him and the Duke. In this legend, he claimed that the Duke may be taken out by collecting 5 sacred artifacts, 3 of these 5 being an onyx amulet that is bound to Xavier's soul, the crown of the Duke's dear friend King Thaddeus, and a precious crystal cluster that is extremely valuable. Another one of the artifacts is the Xenostone, a rock of unimaginable power. Allegedly, if all 5 artifacts are collected and placed on a shrine to Jesus, who Xavier dubs the Lord of Lies, their combined power shall make the Duke mortal and allow the heroes the opportunity to defeat him. However, Xavier himself also thirsts for power. According to the Duke, Xavier's weakness is his real name, and anyone who has it can control him. To defeat Xavier and take his onyx amulet, the heroes need to beat him in a Yu-Gi-Oh duel, but first obtain 5 Exodia cards to be able to complete this task. So far, the heroes have 2 of 5 Exodia cards in their possession. When Xavier met the 6 heroes, he took an immediate liking to one of the soldiers, Taylor. After a few days, he gave her the moniker Zaylee, and would demand she go on dates with him in the woods. On Friday, a Bloodgames tournament was held in the arena, in which the party's gunslinger, Ty, bested Xavier in a duel and recovered the crystal cluster. That same night, Xavier made a deal with Zaylee. She stole the crystal cluster from her team and traded it to Xavier for an extra life. The caveat was that she would only have this extra life when she was in pup mode, which involves having dog ears and a furry tail. Zaylee's team found out about this betrayal a few days later when a villager, the Soda Man, told the party members. When Zaylee was confronted, she admitted to this betrayal and claimed that Xavier had swindled her, promising her that her decision would benefit the team. Following this, she broke up with Xavier and got a restraining order on him as she claimed she found 12 virgins in his closet. To cement her loyalty to the team, she burned the dog ears and tail that she was given, and vowed to never go pup mode again. Xavier quickly obtained a new acolyte, DJ, and a familiar in the form of a wolf who can use one's magic.
After the group complete various quests, Vance, Letty, and Taylor get a quest from Xavier to infiltrate the arena, which is guarded by mercenaries. They need to recover Xavier's bag of hentai and bring it back to him, with an added difficulty layer of no guns and reduced rewards if potions are used. On their first attempt, Vance tries to infiltrate with Letty, but they are caught and killed swiftly.
Drop the sword while you're at it.
Drop it. Okay, yeah, no
Drop a weapon. You come over here. Shitty at stealth. Come here. What's your name? Okay, you guys are really bad at this.
Oh, look, I have nothing to do with it.
We're gonna have to ask you to
That's
leave.
a complete shitty excuse. No, hey!
They recruit Jimmy for a second attempt, with offers for help in exchange for a favor from Thaddeus and Xavier, but they decline both. Thaddeus joins them regardless, probably because he just wanted something to do. Thaddeus' schizophrenia keeps getting in the way of this sneaking stealth mission.
How are you? He's not well. He's not well. You're doing all right?
They ain't talking to you, mother. They ain't talking to you.
with some of the fish being caught as they approach the arena. Solid Vance, on the other hand, uses the distraction to infiltrate the base and make his way to the location of the hentai. Luckily for Vance, who is now pinned down, Taylor gets caught distracting the guards. Also, a helicopter makes them look up at the sky for 10 seconds. With the distracted guards, Vance, who is close to the entrance, hands off the hentai to Tay, who runs away, leaving Vance now stuck in the camp, needing to be evacuated. Thanks to Mama Juju, Jimmy, and Taylor, Vance manages to escape. They are gifted a lever-action rifle for completing the quest. The Duke arrives for a canon cutscene. And the Duke introduces Your Highness.
Did you know, Vance, that Your Highness has 280,000 miles?
I did not know.
And was originally maroon, but there is no frame damage. It rides true.
That sounds very valuable.
And the tires have less than 2,000 miles on them. Feel that none could refuse. Ty, do you have
The Duke is low-key kind of hot.
25,000 old Earth dollars to buy my truck?
I would offer that.
I don't
but
make that
can't
much
drive
money.
Manual. I need an automatic.
I'll give you a lesson, Jimmy. Come with me.
He teaches Jimmy how to drive stick.
So the first thing we are going to do in our war chariot, Jimmy, is we're going to practice an emergency stop. If you're on the steppe chasing orc hordes and you need to emergency stop, that is the most important of things to do. Most important of things to do.
Letty tries to give a confessional, but is interrupted.
The house when she starts picking stuff up for everyone.
A blade. Ting.
Am I dead?
Go on. No, I did not touch you.
It wasn't a cannon attack.
And Wild Randy, Alex Stein, has finally appeared. He immediately gets into a wrestling match with Greg. He then wrestles Ty and Dunya at the same time, getting a bloody nose in the process. Soda Man breaks character for a confessional, talking about his experience working behind the scenes on the show. I thought it was pretty interesting.
What was it like building the map before we went live, working on the show before versus after? Because you've been here a while. What are your just like as we're coming to a close with the project here? Do you have any reflective thoughts you want to speak on?
So pre-production was very cool because I think I've said this on camera before, but I showed up and was told like, hey, they need extras to be vampires, and I was like, oh, that sounds cool. I haven't watched a lot of Fish Tank, but it seems cool aesthetically, and the clips I've seen are funny, so it'd be cool to like work with them. And then I came here, and the first day, I was sort of told, like, hey, do you want to be a construction worker? And I was like, I don't know how to do that, but putting in the hours, you know, building all these covers and buildings, and of course I can't take credit for the majority of them. I've built some of the things, but it was a huge team effort, of course. But I think the experience was overall very positive. I very enjoyed, like, my time here and building the map, and it also... because I was involved in building the location, when I'm like writing quests or when I'm performing out there, it makes it much easier because I know everything like the back of my hand.
A notice gets posted on the town board from the Duke, who puts a bounty on the final artifact, the Worm Staff. And then Randy goes on a recruiting mission for his brothel. He asks DJ, who turns into a wolf.
Wild Randy.
Oh gosh, he's turning into a wolf!
Out of the toilet.
Oh my god, he's turning into a wolf! Oh my god! Get away from me, wolf! Get away from me, wolf!
Sit down.
Thank you.
A new NPC called the Priest appears and employs the party for an escort mission to defend him while he reads a sermon blessing the shrine. Someone stole Ty's gun, so Thaddeus gave him a pistol as a replacement, but Jet didn't want him to use it, so the Duke stops by to give him a new gun and to do some sick tricks.
Did you get that?
Nah.
Where's Ty?
He's back at base camp.
This is his gun. Can someone bring him his gun? Thank you. Not that. Edit that out. Was that sweet?
That was sweet, yeah.
I feel like it looks slower on camera than it is in real life.
It's hard to tell the depth on camera too.
Yeah, we gotta like speed it up.
What do you want the priest to do?
In the edit.
We'll speed it up.
Alright. Hold up!
A new fish toy, Hammer Alex Stein, is interrupted by the Duke once again.
Feeling is yummy for the hit Alex Stein with Hammer Fish.
Can you guys hold on a second? Get this real quick.
Stein, let me know, is this badass or is it gay? Ben, get this, okay?
The battle begins, but the vamps break RP, so the goblin comes in to reset.
I'm invisible. Who's got the earpiece?
Leah.
Leah, I was giving you comms, saying that the flow of the fight actually didn't work out to pull out and do another wave.
We gotta run it again from the top. Reset to how we were at the beginning. Whatever loot you had at the beginning is what you got now, okay?
Jimmy, losing all of his lives, gets fed up with the combat as all of their weapons and items are stolen time and time again by the NPCs, making their battles intentionally too difficult. They successfully defend the priest on his mission, who gifts them holy water, which is a one-time use item to fend off vampires, but can be refilled by the priest. Jimmy lore dumps on his past violent tendencies due to his misprescription of Ritalin.
Oh, Ritalin? Yeah, I got into 3 different fights in 1 week on Ritalin, as compared to my 1 fight a week.
Did you go to school for UFC training?
No.
Those were the 12 years.
But when you're at home and you nearly drown in a pond and your father spanks you for crying too much, that has an effect on you.
How much did you cry?
Quite a lot. Quite a lot. But I don't cry anymore.
Is that thanks to your father's stern discipline?
I think it's honestly thanks to the Utah incident. I cried everything I could out there.
You were abused in Utah like Paris Hilton?
Yes, that's one of the programs I went to.
John makes his return. He's been away for most of the day to heal his leg. A new mechanic, Bounties, is placed on John's head, meaning NPCs and vamps are now out to collect, as the party defends their base camp, except for John, who is not allowed to participate due to his leg. The Duke comes by to reinforce his army until John asks to pause RP.
We're gonna run this back from the top. We're not putting plastic in the fire. John is a vampire, so he can, he's invisible. He can say he's invisible. He can also fly.
Can we put metal in the fire?
We put metal in the, yeah, of course.
I just don't see why people are calling for mod when there's already a mod here.
John,
I was trying to eat.
Also, just from a safety standpoint, there's an axe. So you guys lost the axe privileges, okay? You got a sharp axe on the ground during a battle. Go ahead, John. We also had Taylor picking up the Buster Sword, which is 1,000 pounds of steel, which no mortal. So unless Taylor's a vampire, makes 0 sense.
We
didn't
never
know that.
Yeah, we never saw that until now.
Okay, we'll just look at it next time. How about
Okay.
that? Were the lesser vampires saying they're invisible?
Yes, because they thought that, I guess if there's confusion, maybe they thought that you cast the spell on John
I
to
cast Curtain of Shadows.
everyone.
But I think I did that after they were saying they're invisible. So that's their bad. They didn't know they could not be invisible. They can take shadow form.
Yeah. Okay.
Is there any other abilities I have or just
You have invisibility.
After the bickering of the rules being established, our party reset for the battle ahead.
I'm flying.
In the post-fight, a new fish toy is introduced where each party member needs to pick an emote that you can use. Thank you all for watching, and don't forget to subscribe if you want to see more Fish Tank content. And don't forget to drop a like, because apparently that helps me out in the algorithm, though I never really ask for it because I feel really strange begging for people to like my videos. I figured you would just like it if you wanted to like it. Bat form!